Hover Wyvern is the UX evolution of Gale Wyvern. While Gale Wyvern is considered one of the worst Beyblades in the entire competitive X meta, Hover Wyvern came out from out of the shadows to enact its revenge. Originally released as a Hasbro exclusive in the expensive Drop Attack Stadium set along with Impact Drake, it has quickly become one of the best Beyblades to be released by Hasbro in recent times, topping tournaments and dominating the meta because of its unique shape that made it a strong attacker and an insane smashdown beater, even topping the Beyblade Secret Showdown event in Georgia, where battles there comprised of only one blade per competitor. Many people were experimenting and creating combos for Hover Wyvern and proving that the blade would become a staple beater in not just the Hasbro meta, but the Takeratami one too, since Hover Wyvern was capable of performing super well in any arena. My cousin Ray gets consistent first place or topping here in Winnipeg locals with Hover Wyvern in his deck. Some of my favorite combos to use Hover Wyvern with have been 160 kick, 160 low rush, or 360 rush, and I would have this in my deck if it weren't freaking green! Whether intentional or not, this former Hasbro exclusive Bey has undoubtedly become a monster in the meta, and while it is annoying to have to pay over $50 for an entire stadium set just to get one, at least for us in the West, Hover Wyvern is easily obtainable. Now, you'll notice I said former Hasbro exclusive, because Hover Wyvern is actually being released in Takeratami. At the Extreme Cup, Hover Wyvern was announced to be getting a purple and blue version released in Japan, with a later date announcing the details on how to obtain it. This already put some panic in the fanbase, fearing that Takeratami players will have to once again play the rare Bey Get battle, or it's going to be made as part of some lottery system at best. The absolute best case scenario would have been to put it in the Infinity Stadium set, but we already found out that Red Arrow Pegasus was likely going to be the candidate for the rare Bey Get battle, and the Infinity Stadium was announced to include Tackled Goat and Red Cobalt Drake, which means this was going to get released as a standard booster set, right? I'm just kidding, they locked it behind a lottery. Oh, I'm sorry, they locked it behind a lottery in Japan. Yeah, screw you, Hong Kong, South Korea, and other Asian region players. Yeah, this new Hover Wyvern, which is 280 gear needle that's stock combo, who the frick cares? Takeratami really just can't help themselves, could they? Yes, the first instance of Hover Wyvern being released for Takeratami players has been locked behind the DMM lottery. Now, don't get the wrong idea, the gacha system is part of the accepted culture there, but there is a nuance. While the rare Bey Get battle gacha system does feature or did feature meta-defining Beys like Arrow Pegasus, it's played by already buying product in the first place, and it's a convenient gacha since they have easier access to it if they end up winning the prize. Not to mention, lotteries like this have always been known to just feature blades that are recolors of already existing blades. Hover Wyvern was not given a standard release, at least not in Takeratami. So to put a very great Beyblade that news has reached overseas about its meta potential behind a lottery system is, in my opinion, very predatory and exploitative. While yes, there is a purple metal coat version that is coming out in the same lottery, it is the last chance prize that likely only one person will be able to obtain, and that makes this all the more insulting to the player base over there. It's already bad enough they are forced to gamble with the random boosters to get certain blades or parts they really want, while we are given the ability to buy what we want directly. What do you mean Gale Wyvern was a prize and won? Aren't they high? Forcing one of the best Beyblades right now into a lottery system makes this absolutely insane, and I am not the only one that seems to think so. The reception to this news seems to be overwhelmingly negative in Japan. People really are not liking being forced to once again gamble for an already meta-defining Bey. This is the exact definition of pay to win. Law Atlas said it best when he replied, "When you go to the Beyblade website, one of the first sentences about X is always, Beyblade is now a sport. But what sport has its players have to get lucky to get the best equipment?" Something that seems even more insulting is that Takeratami literally had the solution to this right in front of their faces the whole time, that I'm surprised and kinda concerned a little bit that they didn't have an epiphany when they came up with this idea. What they should have done was release the non-metal coat Hover Wyvern first as a booster single, and then they released the metal coat version in the lottery. Now, the advertisement does say that they are lotterying off this Hover Wyvern as a DMM version, meaning that there is still a chance that Hover Wyvern will be released in Takeratami normally later down the line. However, the fact that they are first doing a lottery system before doing that is still exploiting their player base, taking advantage of their sense of FOMO. It's exploitation! In the end, this doesn't affect me personally, just that I won't be able to get my cooler color version of Hover Wyvern, but it does make me concerned about the business practices Takara Tomy is doing, and it seems like their only focus seems to be just on one thing.
Money!
Takara Tomy players should not accept this way of selling blades to their players. Beybladers in general should not accept this kind of behavior. Takara Tomy players deserve better. Like I said, while obtaining Hover Wyvern here in the West is still a pain in the ass and a shot through our wallets, it's still not as bad as what Takara Tomy players had to go through in order to get one. Because unless the blade was stolen out of the box by parts thieves, at least we are guaranteed to get one, while most of Takara Tomy players are not guaranteed to get it. I think Takara Tomy really needs to stop with this whole lottery nonsense, locking good bays behind gachas. By all means though, put recolors or cosmetic change blades on the lottery or gachas. That's fine, but standard blades being locked behind gambling? Piss off! Anyways, that's just my ramblings about this. I just wanted to really get this off my chest and talk about this. Go to Mall of Toys and get yourself some Beyblades. Use my code Haru for 5% off. Sting Unicorn video coming next week, hopefully.